everybody, and thanks for joining us here at noon. I'm Conrad DeLuche in for Brooke Hash, and I'm with Matthew Willoughby. Matthew, pretty cold outside. That's really all you can say.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you can say cold in many different ways, but yeah, it's definitely cold outside for us to go towards today, and looks like we're going to be dealing with it for a minute.
Okay, but Wednesday, maybe a little bit of surge in temperature, just a little bit?
Yeah, just a little bit. I mean, 40s, so I mean, it's definitely a much needed break than what we're seeing the last couple of days where we're not even getting out of the 20s for today. So give you a look at current temperatures as we go towards today. Yeah, it is fairly cold as we go towards your Monday and back into Tuesday. So overall, we're looking at current temperatures right now just into the mid-20s throughout the area, but even into places like Mitchell, Seymour, 16 degrees, 17 degrees, and that's the actual temperature we're seeing. But those feel-like temperatures are feeling even cooler outside for us. As we look at least what to expect for those feel-like temperatures, we are seeing at least those are just near likely the teens outside. So it feels like 3 degrees in Seymour. Mitchell feels like 5 degrees. Scottsburg, even 7 degrees as we go towards today. So continue to see really those much cooler conditions outside for us. And overall, we're going to continue to see that throughout the afternoon hours. To give you a look at max HD radar, overall pretty clear, but off to the east, we are seeing some snow showers roll into Pennsylvania. The hourly planner does have temperatures continuing to fall into the lower 20s. And eventually the teens by 7 p.m. back into 9 p.m. 15 degrees. Overall, as you look at your weather headlines today, very cold. We are tracking a brief snow system that will roll through Wednesday and a big winter storm that will likely roll through for your weekend that we are tracking as well overall, but still have more cold on the way for your Tuesday morning as kids head back to school. Happy time and hour what you can expect with that coming up in just a few minutes. Back over to you, Conroy.
All right, the Indiana Hoosiers are playing for the College Football National Championship tonight. They're taking on the Miami Hurricanes at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. And here's a live look at the stadium, just more than 7 hours from kickoff. For some Hoosier players, this trip's a homecoming. Our Sarandon Raboyne and senior photojournalist Alyssa Newton are in Miami with the preview.
Good morning, Kentuckiana. It is game day here in Miami for Indiana and Miami in the College Football National Championship. And Hoosier fans are so excited to see this team try to lift this trophy at the end of this historic season. But it's also going to be a big day for two key Hoosiers, Fernando Mendoza and D'Angelo Ponce, who grew up just a few miles away from the stadium that they will be stepping foot on later today.
It was great to hear, Hispanic music coming off the plane, and it was a great feeling of sentiment, kind of the Miami weather and the humidity slapping in the face. It was a great reminder of home.
The chances of making a national championship are slim, but playing in one in your hometown are even slimmer.
All kids dream of who play football. Just to be back in this position in our hometown with this great of an opportunity is definitely a blessing, something you don't see often.
This is historical, it's magical, and they're just creating a massive wave of new fans and also reigniting the existing base of fans. But most importantly, they're playing disciplined football and just annihilating everyone in their way.
Fans have followed the Hoosiers' historic run from across the country and hope it ends with lifting up that trophy.
I would say we're ready to take full advantage of it.
I'm really looking forward to playing in Miami, especially a lot of family and people who've helped pour into myself to get myself to this point in my journey.
Just to play in a stadium, I drove past every day going to school. I would say is just to play in a stadium. Also, I watched Dolphins game in, and as a kid, I would say it's definitely a full circle moment for me.
It's super exciting to see them finally taking it to the top. We're gonna have a great time.
Kickoff for the national championship is at 7:30 tonight, but we have all kinds of coverage to get you ready to see the Hoosiers take on the Hurricanes later today on WHAS11. Reporting from Miami, I'm Sarandon Raboyne, WHAS11 on your side.
Well, if you didn't make it down to Miami, there are plenty of ways to watch the Hoosiers tonight. One special watch party is being hosted by IU Southeast for IU alumni, students, faculty, and staff. There will be free appetizers, giveaways, a cash bar, and food available to buy. Doors open an hour before kickoff tonight at IU Southeast's University Center in New Albany. And if you're planning to stay up late tonight to watch the national championship game, Some schools in southern Indiana are making sure their students still get a full night's rest. Holy Family Catholic School in New Albany will have a 2-hour delay. Classes will start at 10 tomorrow morning for students at Our Lady of Providence High School. You can look for any additional delays at schools on our website, WHAS11.com. And some special students from one school district ended up making a huge impact for one local hospital. Lanesville Community School Superintendent Ryan Apple organized a fundraiser tied to the national championship game, offering a later start time if the community could raise money for Riley Children's Hospital. And in an update from last night, Apple said that Lanesville was able to raise $7,500, with every dollar going toward the Children's Hospital. Apple says this shows what small towns do best, coming together to help others. The national title game is tonight at 7:30 in Miami. We will have coverage all day, and sports reporter Sarandon Raboyne will be live from Miami tonight, and our reporter Alexandra Goldberg will be live in Bloomington celebrating with the Hoosier faithful. We'll be streaming the post-game show on WHAS 11 Plus, which is available on your smart TVs for free. Well, back here in Louisville, a recent U of L graduate and aspiring sports broadcaster is recovering from surgery after being shot at a gas station. WHAS 11's Clarice Shaley talked to friends of Tyler Bright, who say that he was about to take a job in Iowa.
Commitment is something that I would attribute to Tyler.
Everything can change in an instant, and it did for Tyler Bright. He just graduated from U of L in May last year. Bright went for his dream of being a sports broadcaster from the get-go, working games for U of L Athletics, Bellarmine, and Jeffersonville, and working for the student-ran U of L athletics show Cardinals Pulse. This all changed a week ago when friends heard he'd been shot at the Durham-Mart gas station on South 7th Street. Family says he was shot in the neck. Police say they found a man who'd been shot in a vehicle. They believe the victim was shot from a fleeing vehicle that left the scene.
As your mind starts to spiral again of, is he going to be okay? Is he going to be himself again? Kind of the person that we've all come to know and love, their life gets altered and you just want to go and see them.
Bright's friends haven't been able to see him while he's been in the hospital, but say his family is there with him. They say he's already been through surgery and keep up hope the ambitious man they know will recover soon. Clarice Shaley, WHAS 11 on your side.
LMPD is investigating the shooting. Bright's family has set up a fundraiser to help with medical costs. Another arrest has been made in what LMPD calls a significant child abuse case. The grandmother of 2 victims, a 2-year-old and 1-year-old, was arrested by LMPD yesterday for complicity in their abuse. Yvonne Shanks is the mother of Nicholas Shanks, the man being held on multiple charges of child abuse, along with his co-defendant, Shelby Kuntz, pictured on your screen. LMPD says when they interviewed Yvonne Shanks after the arrest of those 2 parents, she admitted to seeing injuries on one of the victims the morning of the 15th, but she failed to call police or seek treatment for the child, according to LMPD. She was arraigned and her bond has been set at $250,000.